Hi students, today I have come up with a video presentation on the first poem prescribed for your study in class 12th, CBSE board and Uttarakhand board. First of all, I tell you the name of the poetess who has composed this very fine poem. Her name is Kamla Das. And she was basically a Malayali writer, poetess. But she has written so many poems in English also, and she has been conferred with Malayalam Sahitya Akademi Award as well as many other national awards. What makes her different from other poets is the personal element that she has put in her poetry. And another thing is that amid a great deal of lofty ideas, she has never tried to make her language difficult to understand. I mean, her language has been very simple for every reader. That is the reason why she has reached to the maximum readers. Now, I am coming on to the poem. Before I explain the poem, I must tell you the summary of the poem. It goes like this. The central idea of the poem. It is of course called central idea so far as poetry is concerned. Summary, we generally use word summary for non-poetic section. So she describes about her personal feelings when she had visited her parents' house, and after spending a week or so, she is now going back to her workplace. It is in Cochin. Now she is depicting a very painful situation. While she was driving back to the airport, her mother was sitting beside her. What kind of feelings came in her mind? What kind of painful feelings she was surrounded with? She has described all this in the poem. She has tried to make us understand the importance of a mother, and she has also depicted those scenes nicely, which reminds us of our own childhood. And it also tells us how we forget all those beautiful moments that we have spent with our parents, especially with our mother, our initial love with our mother, and we get engaged in our day-to-day life, and somehow on one great blessed day or blessed moment, we come to realize that our mother, our father, our all dear and near ones are around us, but we never have time to take care of those people. What is there in the poem? Let us try to find out. Here is the poem, My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. First, I'll read out this poem for you. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doors open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, merry children spilling out of their homes, But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma," and all I did was smile and smile and smile. Now, see, if you see this poem, you'll find how simple words have been used by the poetess to tell us about her deep rooted relationship and the pain she feels about her mother, the extreme ache she undergoes when she is feeling the separation, when she feels that she has to be separated from her mother. Look at the first line. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. It of course almost looks like a prose line. But what makes it a poetry is the powerful feelings. Every now and then, use of great deal of symbolism, figures of speech, and an imagery that you will find out. I'll later describe it for you. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. She happens to, it's a very simple line. She was going back to Cochin from her house, and her mother was seated beside her in the car as she was approaching towards the airport. Doors open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Now, all of a sudden, she had a little look at her mother, and when she had this look, she could not get herself away from it. It became very difficult for her to overlook all this thing, what she realized. Now, first you have to see what she actually sees there. Doors open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. She realizes that her face has become like a corpse. It has grown extremely old. She has grown too old, and that's why her face has shrunken. Her mouth was opened. She was dozing. She was sleepy, and somehow her mind, though she did not want to do that, but her mind started comparing her with a dead body. Corpse means a body, dead body. And realized with pain she was as old as she looked. Now, she all of a sudden came up with that kind of realization that she had become extremely old. She has used this line, she was as old as she looked. Now, of course, she might have been looking at her many a time, but today was the blessed day. Today was that, odd moment when she could realize this thing that her mother had actually grown very old. It happens to all of us. Engaged in our day-to-day life, engaged in our work, we could hardly see that in our surrounding are living our father or mother, those who actually need our help, those who need our company. But we hardly realize this thing because most of the times, we are having no time for anybody. So it happens. So she realizes with pain this time that she has grown extremely old. And that's why she compares her with a dead body. She was looking like a log, dead log. But soon put that thought away. Now she is very optimistic. This thought is telling you about the optimism on Kamala Das's part. She has been very much optimistic amid that kind of great negative thought that came in her mind, but she did not allow it to be there for a long time. She started looking away from that scene and started looking out of the window, and she looks at the merry children playing. They are spilling out of their homes, young trees sprinting. As the car was moving, the trees seemed to be moving as well. The stationary objects used to be moving. So she says that young trees are sprinting. Sprinting means this tells us about, this symbolizes the strength, the energy in the body. So youth is itself, young man is itself is a symbol of energy. In the same way, merry children, they are very enthusiastic, they are full of zeal, so they are very happy. So she is trying to see the brighter side of the picture. She is trying to see, not of course overlooking the fact that her mother was growing old, but at the same time she does not want to be too much involved in that negative thought. That's why she says that she wants to look at the brighter side of the coin. Merry children spilling out of their homes, but after the airport security check, now there came the moment when their car had finally reached at the airport. Now at the airport security check, now because she was going to depart. So this line tells us about the climax when finally the time of departure has come. Now the time of departure has two meanings. This line also tells us about the simple departing of a person when somebody has come to see you off and you are going somewhere. But this time this departure becomes more painful to her because of the thought that has already came in her mind, that her mother has grown too much old. So now what kind of thought again comes back into her mind is that after the security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Now she is looking at her mother again, who is just standing at a distance and saying goodbye to her. Wan, pale as a late winter's moon. Again she compares her with something, with late winter's moon. She has grown old. She was looking pale, lifeless. She was looking colorless, like that of the winter's moon. It appears to the poetess as though her mother's winter has arrived. Winter of her life has arrived. So she is comparing her with the winter's moon. During the winters, the moon looks colorless. It looks pale. It looks very pale as compared to how it does during the summer. And felt that old familiar ache. This line is very, very significant. The old familiar ache. During the childhood, the only thing a child wants is the company of his mother. Every time he wants to be in the company of his mother. He never wants to be separated from her mother. So that is the childhood's fear. I myself realized the time. I remember this time while I am just discussing it with you. I used to be always behind my mother, always after her, like a tail. I used to be there along with her always. So the fear that was always there in my mind was what would happen if I get separated from my mother. So nobody as a child wants that he should get separated from his or her mother. So that familiar ache, she is very much familiar with that pain, ache. So that ache comes back to her, and she feels what she feels now, that she might be not only departing for some time, but it might be a moment when after that she might not be able to see her mother again, because she is already very old. Anytime she might die. So it may be a permanent departure as well. So, but again, she is very much optimistic, and again comes back to the positivity when the last lines of the poem says, "But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile." But amid all sorts of sorrow, amid all sorts of extreme grief that has undergone inside her, she is still smiling back to her mother. She is not going to transfer this weight, this burden, this pain, this grief to her mother, because it will only enhance the pain that is always there in her mother's heart as well, because she has come over there to see her off. एक गजल है जगजीत सिंह जी की, वो कहते हैं, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो. So there is a great paradox in the last line when she says that she said only goodbye to her mother, and the only thing she does is smile and smile and smile, hiding her tears beautifully, but smiling back to her mother. So there is a great paradox at the end. So with this we come to the end of this very fine poem, and finally I just tell you the points to remember which are very significant so far as your exams are concerned. Just look at the board again. First is name of the author, you know about it. Use the figure of speech. I told you figure of speech is simile. I think I did not tell you this thing. Simile. Whenever there is the use of like, two times it has been used here. Whenever there is any use of like or as to make a comparison. First, she makes a comparison of a mother's face with that of a corpse. It is a simile, and it is called upama in Hindi, mind you, upama alankar. And here she compares her with late winter's moon. Again, she compares her, because whenever two qualities of the people or objects which are being compared with each other match, any quality matches, so you can use the words like as or like to make that comparison. So this is the simile, use of simile. And symbolism, many times especially here you see the use of symbolism. Young trees sprinting, merry children spilling out of their house. This is a symbol of youth, symbol of energy, symbol of enthusiasm. Okay, right? And hint of positivity. I have told you about this. Basis of comparison. What is the basis of comparison? That is frequently asked question. What is the basis behind the comparison? Means with which she compares her mother. First with a corpse, later with the late winter's moon. Correct? Imagery. This poem is full of images. Different images have been used at different places, like merry children playing. The image of the child comes in our mind. When she talks about the corpse, that image of a very extremely old woman comes in our mind. So nice pen portrait have been made by the author at every now and then. Late winter's moon, again that the picture of the winter's moon comes in our mind. So this is the imagery, great use of imagery. Finally, the paradox at the end, I have already told you through the one part of Ghazal by Jagjeet Singh. So I think you must have liked this video, and later on I'll come up with more videos for you. Till then, it's goodbye. Bye.